Hello, dear friends and valuable viewers. How are you all? I hope all are well. I am also fine by the grace of Almighty. This is Engineer Polash Mojunder, Inspector, Chapuri Janata High School and College, Kumla Sodar South, Kumla, Bangladesh in front of you. Now I am sharing some documents and issues with you.
Palash sir,
Yes, sir.
thank you for the video on YouTube.
Thank you, sir.
I just watched it.
Sorry, sir.
Sir, but your session and my presentation is not there.
Oh, sorry, sir. How can missing? I don't know.
And
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Walaikum assalam.
Shivli
How
madam
are you?
and Palash sir,
Yes, sir.
Jadhav sir and Shivli madam's presentation.
Yes, sir. Jadav, sir. Who can first?
Um, both of them presentation was twice in the video.
Today's firstly, Shuli ma'am. Or audio ma'am.
Hello.
Audio ma'am is first.
Hello. Sorry sir.
Audio ma'am. Audio ma'am. Barsa audio ma'am. Audio ma'am is first. Then Shuli ma'am. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello sir.
Hello.
Hello, Ira madam.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, you
Good
can
afternoon.
start and then join Jadav sir. Discuss same. Ma'am, you can
Okay.
start today's session. Audio, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Please. Very good afternoon, all respected dear sir and madam. Namaste.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Now is presenting an opening speech, dear our honorable ma'am. Are you, ma'am? Please, ma'am,
Okay.
continue your speech.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
sir. Thank you. Okay. Namaste. Namaste to all.
Namaste.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, ma'am.
brothers
afternoon.
and sisters. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hi, ma'am. Please continue. You are audible.
Okay. Today is our session number 8. There are 2 points we discussed. First is your region. In the region, I am going to explain our Maharashtra state. Then I explain my Jalgaon city.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good
sir.
Good
In the
afternoon.
second part of the session, the evaluation pattern in it. First, city pattern. Second, grade pattern. Third, no exam policy. And fourth, no detention policy. So firstly, I will explain the first topic, your region. Hello, sir.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can't. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am.
I can. Sir, there is a problem. I can't share my PPT, but I explain my first
Yes, ma'am.
topic.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please
Okay.
continue, ma'am. Please.
Okay. Region means first topic I explain. Region means a part of the country or the world, a large area of land. There are three types of regions. First, formal. Second, functional. And third, vernacular. First, I explain Maharashtra state. Maharashtra is known for its amazing natural beauty and rich cultural heritage. Maharashtra is one of the most industrialized states of India. It is also one of the most popular tourist destinations in India. There are 36 districts included in Maharashtra. Then Maharashtrian food, pav bhaji, puranpoli, modak, पुडाची वडी, मिसळ पाव, कोथिंबीर वडी. Then languages, Maharashtra has 38 languages other than Marathi. Best places to visit in Maharashtra. First, Mumbai, the city of dreams. Second, Pune. Third, Lonavala. Fourth, Alibag. Fifth, Karjat. Sixth, Mahabaleshwar. Seven, Nashik. And eight, Raigad. Maharashtra is famous for its caves and rock out architecture, as in Ajanta Ellora caves. Then I explain Jalgaon city. It is my region. Jalgaon is a city in western India. The city is located in northern Maharashtra. Jalgaon is known as Banan city. Jalgaon is a city that is best known for the gold produced in the city. Jalgaon city is about 225 meters above sea level. The Girna river flows through the western part of the city. In Jalgaon, there are 15 talukas. There are 88 villages included in Jalgaon. Total area of Jalgaon is 11,765 kilometers. Population of Jalgaon is 4.61 lakh. Foods, first, Khandeshi style buttermilk. Second, Wangi bharit. Third, Khandeshi khichdi. Fourth, tomato bhaji. Fifth, jalebi. Sixth, imarti. Seventh, chakli. Why is it called Jalgaon? According to some sources, the name comes from the Khanwa forest of Mahabharata. Then, can I continue second point?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Second point is about quality education. There are some questions included and we discuss. First is, what is the evaluation pattern of students' achievements of different in your country? For example, CC pattern, grade pattern, no exam policy, no detention policy. Second question, what are the features of your textbooks? QR code, learning outcomes, interactive learning. First point is evaluation pattern of the student. First point, CC pattern. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation refers to a system of school-based evaluation of students that covers all features of students' development. Second, grade pattern. Generally, the grading system is the process by which educators evaluate the performance of the pupils in exams. Grading is a method of evaluating a student's performance. Then no exam policy. The Department of Education will implement a no periodical exam policy for the school year 2020 to 2021 in public schools. Then the no detention policy in education, NDP, is a policy under the Right to Education Act, which deems that no student should be fail or barred from school until they complete their elementary education. Next topic, NCRT. There are some government authorities. I explain. First, NCRT. The National Council of Educational Research and Training is an autonomous organization set up in 1961 by the Government of India to assist and advise the central and state governments on policies and programs for qualitative improvement in school education. Then second, DIET, District Institute of Education and Training, is a nodal agency for providing academic and resource support at the grassroots level for the success of various strategies and programs. The aim of DIET is to improve and enrich the academic equipment of elementary schools, teachers, non-formal and adult education. Then third, SCERT. The 1986 National Policy on Education recommended the creation of State Council of Educational Research and Training in each state as a measure of these functions of quality education, research and training. And department director. The department director leads and encourages staff to reach goals while implementing the company's policies and regulations. Then BRC, block resources centers and cluster resources centers were established in each block of every district under SSA to conduct in service teacher training and to provide academic support to teachers and schools. Then there are some features of the textbook. Textbook must have good quality pages and the content should be easy on the eyes. First, free space. Second, visuals. Third, age appropriate material. Fourth, well balanced textbook design. Fifth, textbook storyline. Very important to last topics. First is QR code. QR stands for quick response. While they may look simple, QR codes are capable of storing lots of data. QR codes can be read and understood by mobile devices. Second, learning outcomes. Learning outcomes are statements that describe the knowledge or skills students should acquire by the end of a particular assignment, class, course or programs. Okay, sir. Thank you. I have completed my topics.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you very much. Your useful presentation. We are very.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Nice presentation, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice presentation, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Really very nice and useful presentation. Thank you, ma'am. Again.
Yes.
Now present your presentation. Please, Nazmuna or Shuli, ma'am, you are ready?
Yes, sir, I am ready.
Okay, ma'am. Please continue your presentation.
Thank you.
Love, sir.
Yes, sure.
Shuli, ma'am, continue
No
now.
problem. Yes, sure,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good day to you all.
Yes.
At first, I would like to say thanks to our Honorable Sir Ma'am to giving me an opportunity to say something about today's topic. Session Nong 8, SDG Nong 4, Quality Education. International Experience India Bangladesh. This is Nazmun Hashiuli, Assistant Teacher, Matlab JB Gov Pilot High School, Matlab South, Chatpur. Honorable Project Members. Session Nong 8, Quality Education. My region and about quality education. Now I describe about quality education. SDG Nong 4, Quality Education. SSC Grading System 2020 SSC Marking Method. SSC Grading System 2020 SSC Marking Method in Bangladesh. SSC Result 2020, which will be declared on 31 1st May 2020, is provided based on the SSC GPA, which is grade point average that the students scored in the exam. If you want to know more about the SSC grading system 2020, you must continue reading our article. GPA, which is also called as grade point average, is along with the producer to calculate the GPA of the SSC result using this grading system. SSC Grading System 2020 in Bangladesh. As if you were here to know about the SSC grading system in Bangladesh, the academic results are used to be provided in the division system previously. But from 2001, the grading system has been implemented for providing the Bangladesh academic results for primary education and secondary education, and from 2003 in higher secondary education. Now the division system is no more. The grading system is existed with the motto of providing test results in the form of grades and grade points, which is to reduce the results tension of the students with marks. The grading system is different for JSC, SSC, and HSC education. 2020 students can through the below given details. From past few years, the SSC exam results are being announced based in the GPA system or grading system, i.e. the results are given in the GPA format for the contenders. Many students and their guardians do not know what exactly grading system is and how to calculate GPA for SSC, and to help them, we have given the example below the grading system table given here. We advise the students to go through it to get an overview of it and to calculate your exam result of SSC and Dakhil examination for the year 2020. Grading system for SSC exam 2020, marks range 80 to 100, grade points 5, grade hoche A plus. 70 to 79, grade points 4, grade A. 60 to 69, grade points 3.50, grade A minus. 50 to 59, grade points 3, grade B. 40 to 49, grade points 2, grade C. 33 to 39, grade points 1, grade B. 0 to 32, Grade point 0, grade F. There will be a total of 7 grades from A plus to F, and the grade points from 5 to 0 in this SSC grading system of the Education Board. All the theoretical, practical and MCQ results are given in the grading system in Bangladesh public exam results. For every subject, the students will be given a grade point and the grade for the marks obtained by the student in the particular subjects. Finally, the average of the all grade points is taken and the overall grade points is assigned to the students for which the grade is awarded for the candidates as a SSC result 2020 for the public examinations conducted in that year. How to calculate GPA for SSC? Here is a sample grade point making system of a SSC exam in 2020 with his subject wise grade point. In the sample copy, just add your expected letter grade grade beside the subject code and subject name. Then follow the below instruction to make your GPA. Subject code 101 Bangla grade A plus 0.5. Subject code 107 subject name English grade A plus 0.5. 10 subject code 109 mathematics grade A plus এবং point হচ্ছে 5. Subject code 111 Islam now. Subject code 145 social science grade A 0.4. Subject code 111 Islam and moral education grade A 0.4. Subject code 136 subject name physics grade A plus 0.5. Subject code 137 chemistry grade A 0.4. Subject code 138 biology grade A 0.4. 131 computer studies optional grade A plus 0.5. Total point 5 point, 5 point, 5 point, 4 point, 4 point, 5 point, 4 point, 4.5 point equal 41 to 2 point. For optional subject 39 point. So grade point average GPA 39.00 per 8. 4.875 or 4.88. Here 8 equal to total subject number. With the above system, you can easily make your point table of Education Board Bangladesh public exam result. For example, if the student scores 79 marks in the particular subject, he or she will get the grade point 4 point and the grade point as A. If the score is 80, the grade point is 5 point and the grade is A plus. Based on the score obtained, one can check grade points from the table and calculate the overall grade and grade point of the overall score obtained by the student in the SSC exams 2020 or Dakhil exams 2020. GPA equal addition of grade points in each subject per total number of subjects. This is how to SSC and Dakhil result 2020 are given in the grading system for the students. The result will be published for the student in GPA with grades and grade points and the marks in each subject, and the overall score will be available with the respective schools from which students can check their score. What is the features of an ideal textbook? Textbooks must have good quality page pages, and the content should be easy on the eyes. Binding. Textbooks must have permanent binding that makes them easy to open. Good quality bindings also ensures that the books last for a long period of time. Loosely bound textbooks will discourage the students from studying them. What is the interactive learning method? Interactive learning method is a lens on real life approach to education founded upon building student engagement through guided social interaction. Interactive learning is a holistic methodology that has both online and offline components which together make a complete education experience. 5 ways to make online learning more interactive. Engaging learners in your online learning program is one of the keys to ensuring they learn effectively and get the most out of what they are doing. One of the most effective ways to make learners more engaged in what they are doing is to make it interactive. 5 ways to make online learning more interactive. Number 1, ask for feedback. Number 2, let people choose their way. Number 3, make it social. Number 4, invite learners to contribute. Number 5 হচ্ছে encourage peer evaluation. Number 1 হচ্ছে feedback. Any change the learners have to leave. Feedback is a great opportunity for interaction. How we respond to the feedback can also have other advantages for streaming programs and making them more relevant. Number 2 হচ্ছে let people choose the way. Giving the learner the choice of where to start in a selection of topics and units allows them to pick out relevant content instantly and become engaged in the program. They can be guided along the learning path with recommendations or some compulsory units if necessary, but letting them choose the order in which they learn topics empowers and engages the learner. Number 3, make it social. Social functions such as sharing and commenting on content are part of the way most of us are used to communication. Combined with gamification, this makes and course more interactive. It's a lot of fun for the learners too. Number 4, invite learners to contribute. Having the learners contribute their knowledge by making resources for or hosting online group study session is another way to empower them. Task-based learning can provide the learners with a real, relevant outcome which can be shared with other learners who are earlier in their learner journey to inspire them and help with other studies. Number 5 হচ্ছে encourage peer evaluation. A classic classroom technique that works a treat online, enabling learners to review each other's work, reinforce their understanding of what they are doing and encourages a culture of sharing which can be valuable in spreading best practice. These tips are just the start though there are many other ways to encourage interaction which will depend on our individual online learning program. How about you? Do you have any other suggestions or tips to add to the list? If so, shoot them to us at EE Solutions. Thank you so much for your sincere cooperation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Really a very nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. A studious information.
Thank you, everyone. Sir.
Very nice, madam. Very nice, very nice.
Jadab sir,
Sir.
please now continue your presentation, sir.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, please continue, sir.
Okay. First of all, I welcome all of the respectable all participants. Respected Srimati Airao ma'am, respected Sri Palash sir, respected Mr. Lokhande sir, respected Shule ma'am, also respected Sri Survanshi sir. I welcome all of you in the session number 8. I am going to share my PDF here. In the session number 8, we are going to discuss 2 points. My region, it means my state, and the second one about quality education. I welcome all of you in part first, my region, my state, Maharashtra. If you come here, I would like to take you first of all the land of beauty, which I called Konkan land. You can see here some picturesque pictures, very nice pictures from Konkan region. Which region I like most? There are so many natural spots. There are so many natural and beautiful beaches. If all my partners come to my region, I will take them to the Konkan for its natural beauty. I think all of you would also love to the natural beauty. You will love to visit those places. Here, second thing, where I can take you to the forts. Purandar Fort, Raigad Fort. These forts are so attractive that they will take you in our Maharashtrian history. These are the beaches: Vengurla Beach, Murur Zanjira Beach. Murur Zanjira is also the fort. This is Vishalgarh and Vijaydurg. I want to share my own experience when I visited Vishalgarh. We reached there with my friends. It was afternoon, and we asked for the bus to Vishalgarh. There was the last bus which will go to the fort, and that bus will take the passengers down. The bus will stay there only an hour. Then also we go there when the bus starts its journey, the depot manager rang on the fort. He said the bus has started its journey. Then we were surprised that why the depot manager rang on the fort. When we inquired there, when we asked some of the passengers in the bus, they said that the way to the fort is a single way. If a bus is running on that way, the other vehicle will not pass by. We were surprised. And suppose if the other vehicle come, then that was the very embarrassing moment. It will not happen because the manager has rang on the fort and no other bus will be go down without the permission of the uh, person. It was so picturesque to go by the way of the fort. The only bus can pass through that way, so the other bus will not come down or go on the fort. Here, the Sindhudurg and Shivneri fort, the Janjira fort, Karnala. At Karnala, there is Karnala Sanctuary also, which we can visit. Alibag and Arnala. Karnala is different and Arnala is different fort. Pachgani Hill Station, Mathiran. Pachgani at the same height of Mahabaleshwar. Many of the people visit there to see the sunrise and also the sunset. It is a very nice scene to see the sunrise and sunset. Now, the second point. Shall I continue?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Please continue.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Evaluation. Meaning of evaluation, characteristics of evaluation, function of evaluation, need and importance of evaluation, factors responding for successful evaluation. Then what is evaluation? Evaluation is included in education setting in the process, whereby we seek evidence that the learner experiences we have designed are effective. Evaluation is a very important part of teaching learning process. It provides a feedback for a teacher that how much students understood. It also suggests a teacher for necessary changes that need to be brought in the current education system according to Goodwill. Evaluation in education is a process of judging whether the quantity or extent of something measured is acceptable in terms of some criterion. According to Lewin and Fiona, evaluation is the process of gathering and interpreting evidences on the changes in behavior of the students as the process through school. Next PPT is evaluation is educating setting in the process. This is the same page. According to NCERT, the evaluation is the process of determining the extent to which an objective is being attained, the goals of the education have been accomplished. This was the definition of NCERT. What are the characteristics of evaluation? Evaluation is a comprehensive process. Evaluation is a global process. It assesses all aspects of child's development. There are different techniques which are used by the teachers to evaluate the performance of the child. Evaluation is continuous process. Evaluation is a question is a continuous process as education. It is not examination, but examination is a part of evaluating process. There is no fixed time limited for the completion of evaluation work, but it is a continuous process. From the beginning of the school, not only in the classroom, but outside of the classroom, we observe our students. We observe their actions. We observe their how they talk, how they behavior with other students, how they behave with the teacher, other teachers. We continuously observe them, and this process is not only in the class, but it is also outside of the class. So evaluation is not limited only for the examination, but it is a part of examination is a part of evaluation. Evaluation, assessment, academic and non-academic aspects. Evaluation is a procedure of improving the product. Evaluation discovers the needs and individual and design learning experiences. Evaluation is purpose-oriented. Evaluation is purpose-oriented. Functions of evaluation. Evaluation provides feedback to the pupils to know their own strengths and weaknesses. It provides to the feedback for the people, to the people. What are their strengths and what are their weaknesses? What they have to concentrate on in weaknesses, what they have to concentrate on, which subjects they have to work on more, so that he cannot be weak in any subject. It creates a motivational effect on pupils and motivates them towards better attainment and growth. Evaluation creates a motivational effect on the people and motivates them towards better attainment and growth. It encourages in building good study habits. Evaluation helps teachers in guiding the growth of pupils. It helps in locating the areas which require remedial measure. Evaluation helps in learning the areas which require remedial measures. It means they have to locate, they have to find out which things they have to make more strengthful, which they have to be work on. They locate, they find out, and they can study those subjects more. It helps in assigning marks and reporting pupils' progress to their parents also. Need and importance of evaluation. To fulfill classroom objectives. To fulfill classroom objectives, we have some objectives in the classroom. Also, the objectives for the students also. To fulfill the objectives, evaluation is most important. To diagnose learning difficulties of students. Which are the difficulties for the students? We can diagnose by the evaluation pattern. To determine readiness for new learning experiences. If the students are responding us very nicely, we can understand these things by the evaluation, and then we can be ready for new learning experiences. To form students classroom groups for special activities. As usual, you will also perform this activity, or you should also perform these activities, that to uh, take the back benches students in front benches, or in the every activity of the class, we divide the class in groups. We make the groups of such students that all kind of students will be there in the group, and we will come all these things know by the evaluation only. To assist students in their problems of adjustment, that group assists the other students in their problem of adjustment. To prepare reports of pupils' progress, we also prepare the reports with the help of the other students. Ah. Then factors responding for successful evaluation. The first one is evaluation must be well organized. Second one is a rationable and evaluation instrument. Number third, the format used must be the most economical and efficient. Fourth one, teachers must have been adequate. They must be qualified to teach the subject allotted to them. And the types of evaluation. There are three types of evaluation: formative, summative, and diagnostic. But we preferably use only two evaluation patterns: formative and summative. The first one is formative evaluation. The purpose of formative evaluation is to find out whether after a learning experience, students are able to do what they were previously unable to do. Second one is its ultimate goal is usually to help students perform well at the end of the program. Third one is formative evaluation provides the evaluator with useful information about the strengths and weaknesses of the students within the instrumental content. Instructional context. It is evaluation used to monitor students' learning progress during instruction with the purpose and failure of teaching or learning process. Formative evaluation takes place during the program of learning activity. Then formative evaluation refers to process evaluation, while summative evaluation refers to product evaluation. Then features of formative evaluation. It is diagnostic and remedial. It makes the provision for effective feedback. It provides the platform for the active involvement of students in their own learning process. It enables teachers to adjust teaching to take account of results of the assessment and to incorporate varied learning styles in deciding what and how to teach. recognizes the influence of the assessment on the motivation and self-esteem of students, offers an opportunity to the students to improve their performances post the feedback is given. The purpose of the formative assessment. Monitor students' learning and provide feedback to students and parents. Identity areas of growth. Motivation students and provide incentive to study. Help focus attention and efforts. Helps emphasizes what is important to learn, provide practice in applying, demonstrating, and extending knowledge, skill, and attitudes, encourage goal setting and monitor achievement of goals, reflect on program structure and effectiveness, and modify or adjust teaching as necessary. Summative evaluation. Second point. It is conducted at the end of the course. It is conducted twice in the year, the midterm and the end term. Purpose is to form a judgment about the performance of students, effectiveness of an instructor, effectiveness of the course, and it is regularly scheduled at the end of academic terms. Summative evaluation examine and if the effects or outcomes of some objects. The final total evaluation, which takes place after fixing and providing reproving by formative evaluation, gives a diversified decision about a completed education process or the detailed result of units of features of summative evaluation. The programmer's objectives are achievable. The teaching learning process has been conducted effectively. Second, the teacher students material interactions have been conducive to learning. Fourth one, the teaching techniques, learning materials, and audiovisual aids are adequate and have been judicially dispensed. There is uniformity in classroom conditions for all learners. Then summative assessments are used to evaluate student learning, skill acquisition, and academic achievement at the conclusion of a defined instructional period. Typically, at the end of the project, unit course, semester, program, or school years. Summative assessment results are often recorded as a source or grades that are then factored into students' permanent academic record, whether they end up as later grades on a report card or test scores used in the college admission processes. In this way, these were the process of evaluation. About the books, what kind of books are there? In our books, we have a barcode system. The barcode system is useful for the teachers and students also. With the help of the QR codes, the students and the teachers are able to learn the topic very effectively with the help of the videos, with the help of the lectures in Diksha app, the meaning of the continuous evaluation, then it was all about my topic. Thanks all of you for bearing me for so much time. I'm thankful all of you.
Very nice, sir. Very nice. Dada, sir. Excellent information you given, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks a
sir.
lot.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Because your evaluation is very interesting and useful. Thank you very much, sir.
Next, may I start, sir?
National Suryan, sir, you are ready?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
You
First
can.
of all, good afternoon to all dignitaries. Today's
Good afternoon,
topic
sir.
is, yes, good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to introduce my region. From India, Maharashtra is one of the richest state. Mumbai is its capital, and it's a economical capital of India also. I will share one YouTube video with all of you. I would like to Jadhav sir, please share
Yes,
the
sir.
YouTube video, in which video you can see the key features of Maharashtra.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to know
Is it audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes. Sir, let it be little bit ahead. Sir, Jadhav sir.
Maharashtra.
Okay.
This video is dedicated to Sri Johnson Josh and his family of Nagpur, who is my mentor. Capital Mumbai, which is also the financial city of India. Number of districts 36. Number of MLAs 288. Number of Lok Sabha seats 48. Number of Rajya Sabha seats 19. Chief Justice Justice Sri Dipankar Datta. Governor Sri Bhagat Singh Koshyari. Chief Minister Sri Uddhav Thackeray. DGP Sri Subodh Kumar Jaiswal. Population 11.42 crores according to 2011 census. Area 3,07,713 square kilometers. Forest area 47,482 square kilometers. Major rivers Godavari, Krishna, Bhima, Vaiganga, Narmada, etc. Major cities Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Nasik, Aurangabad. Major crops rice, jawar, wheat, bajra, etc. Major spices turmeric powder, pepper powder, curry powder, garam masala powder, etc. Famous fruits guava, pineapple, custard apple, chiku, mango, etc. Major industries cotton, textiles, chemicals, machinery, electricals, transport, metallurgy, etc. Airports 4 international airports and 9 domestic. Beaches Mumbai, Alibag. Forts Simhagad, Malhargarh, Korigad, etc. Sports Kabaddi, Kho-Kho, hockey, badminton, cricket, table tennis, etc. Staple food wheat, rice, jawar, bajra, lentils, etc. Literacy rate 83.2%. Languages spoken Marathi, Gujarati, Kannada, Konkani, etc. Official language Marathi, English and Hindi. Dances Dhangari, folk, Koli, Lavani, Poada, etc. Festivals Nag Panchami, Gudi Padwa, Narali Purnima, Ganesh Chaturthi, Krishnastami, etc. Pilgrim places, Shirdi, Nasik, Bhima Shankar, Kolhapur, Pandharpur, etc. Ports, Mumbai Port and Jawaharlal Nehru Port. Sightseeing places, Gateway of India, Ajanta Caves, Ellora Caves, Elephanta Island, etc. Number of universities, 23. Number of medical colleges, 60. Boundaries, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Karnataka, Goa, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Number of film studios, 16. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.
So, friends, these are the key features of the Maharashtra. Thank you. May I start my next topic?
Please continue.
Yeah. Yes.
Can I play the video, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
1 minute, sir. Only 1 minute. Jadhav sir explain the evaluation pattern. For evaluation in our state, we using at the school level CCA pattern. Then what is the CCA pattern that I would like to show you? Jadhav sir, please.
Okay.
Continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Ministry of Human Resource Development, Kapil Sibal, have formulated a new pattern of evaluation, that is continuous and comprehensive evaluation. This is the new teaching method introduced recently to decrease the accumulated stress of board exams on the students, to introduce a more uniform and comprehensive pattern in education for the children all over the nation. How CCE is useful. CCE helps in improving students' performance by identifying his or her learning difficulties and abilities at regular time interval, right from the beginning of the academic session. CCE helps to evaluate all the prime dimensions of a student's personality, that how much he has been throughout. Marks and grading system. As a part of this new system, students' marks will be replaced by grades, which will be evaluated through a series of curricular and extracurricular evaluations along with academics. Grades are awarded to students based on work experience, skills, dexterity, innovation, steadiness, teamwork, public speaking, behavior, etc., to evaluate and present an overall measure of students' ability. Though this system might have some drawbacks, it still have value in them, that the students need to compete with themselves to get a better grade. The grading system is, if a student is getting 9.1 to 10.0, then he will be awarded as grade A1. If he is getting 8.01 to 9.01, then he will be awarded as A2. And same as if a student is getting 1.0 to 2.0, then he will be awarded as E2. Assessment formats under CCE. There are two types of assessment formats. Number one, formative assessments. This assessment will comprises A. Classwork, B. Homework, C. Oral questioning, D. Quizzes, E. Projects, and F. Assignments. In one academic session, formative assessments will be conducted 4 times. 2 before summative assessment 1 and 2 summative assessment 2. The overall weightage of 4 formative assessment is 40%. Number 2, summative assessments will be conducted by the school and question papers will be prepared by the school itself from the question bank issued by CBSE. In one academic session, summative assessment will be conducted twice and the overall weightage will be 30% for each summative assessment. Thank you.
Sir, yes, Jadhav sir. Over sir, it's over.
Okay.
This is about CC pattern. Then our next point in quality education is the administrative system. Administrative system in our state, Maharashtra, it is decentralized. Means at block level, before block, 10 to 15 schools comes under the cluster level. Then block level, block education officer is also there. Under him, 2 or 3 extended education officer, and in the block, minimum 4, 5 or more than 5 clusters are there. Then district level, 1 education officer, 3 or 4 deputy education officer. Then at division level, deputy director is also there. Then state level, 1 commissioner, and for overall the state at the minister level, 1 secretary is also there. These all people, they are arranging or they are looking after all the administration of the education, or they are planning for the education of the children of the state. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Nice presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Lokhande sir.
Yes, sir.
Will you please share your PPTs?
Okay, sir. Thank you. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Please continue.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. In our today's session, I welcome respected Shivli Madam and Mr. Jadhav sir. Sorry, Mr. Suryavanshi sir. I welcome all of you and thank you for giving me the chance to present with my PPT. Session number 8. In this session, we are discussing 2 topics. The first one about your region and the second one about quality education. Dear friend, I am living in India, the state of Maharashtra, and in Jalgaon district. Our region contains 3 districts. Our region is called as the Khandesh. In the Khandesh, there are 4 districts, Jalgaon, Dhude, Nandurbar, and Nasik. First of all, I would like to concentrate on first topic, my region, Jalgaon. The languages spoken here are Marathi. Irani is a dialect of Marathi, Hindi, and some people also use English for their day-to-day communication. Foods the people love, as we already discussed, that bharit, sev bhaji, mirchi bhaji, puran podi, and some other non-vegetarian items also. The weather nowadays the temperature in the region of Khandes is ranging from 27 degrees centigrade to 40 degrees centigrade. Humidity is near about 50% and wind is blowing with the speed of 40 kilometer per hour. These are the some photographs of famous food items which we like to eat. Then the best things in Jalgaon, whenever guests come to us, we would like to take them to visit these places, and also uh, at the weekend or in holidays, we definitely visit these places to refresh ourselves, to make fresh ourselves. Among them are Gandhi Research Foundation, then the second one is Bagur Dam, which is constructed on the river the Vagur. Then swinging towers at Farkande, Sri Manu Devi Temple, Yaval Wildlife Sanctuary. All these places are very famous, and they entertain us as well as they make fresh us. Then tourist places. These are the tourist places, the photographs. Sant Muktabai Temple is the most ancient temple with the goddess of Muktabai being honored as deity of region. The second one, Sri Kshetra Padmalaya, which is located around 30 km from Jalgaon. And Padmalaya is a blend of two words, Padma and Alay. Padma means lotus, the flower, and Alay means house. At Padmalaya, there is a lake, and the lake is famous for its lotus flowers. So the place is called as Padmalaya. It is also famous for deity Lord Ganesha. Then the next place is Punabdev. It is famous for its hot water fountain. Nowadays, due to some pollution, the water coming out from the ground is not so much hot that it would be in the past, but it is famous for its hot water. These are the swinging towers of Farkande. We see in the picture there are two towers. They are constructed using cements, but the most wonderful thing about these towers is that if we swing, if we move one of the tower, the another tower also automatically swings. It is a wonder in the field of engineering. It is located 3 kilometers from Erandol, the bank of Utaudi River. Then this is,
I think they are fallen now, na sir.
yes sir, now they are ruined.
Hello, Lokhande sir. They are
Hello?
ruined nowadays.
Yes, yes,
Huh?
yes sir. Yes sir, they are ruined now. Then it is deity Manu Devi. These were some information related with my regional place. Now I would like to focus on the second topic for today's session, that is quality education. May I continue? May I continue,
Yes,
sir?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Hello.
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Please continue, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. All the respected friends, I would like to tell my Bangladeshi friends that as
Yes,
we
sir.
are living in Maharashtra, our curriculum, our textbooks, and our evaluation pattern, all these things are created by SCERT. It is
Okay.
situated at
Okay,
Pune,
sir.
and for the national level, NCRT works there.
Wow.
So while prescribing textbooks, while designing textbooks, hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yes, sir.
You are audible, sir.
Okay, sorry, sir. There was some technical problem.
Okay, sir. No problem. Please continue, sir.
Okay, thank you. So textbooks are very important for learners as well as teachers. What are the main features of textbook? What does SCRT thinks to focus on while designing a textbook? Here are some features of textbook. In the textbook, there must be title page, then table of contents, index, glossary is also given there, subtitle, heading, subheading, then keywords are there in the textbooks, guide words are also there, then captions, diagrams. The textbook, a good textbook must contains valuable diagrams, labels, and maps to focus on the topic in the textbook and to make the topics quite interesting and quite easier for the learners to understand. Then charts and graphs must be there in the textbook. Then some bullet points should be there. Moreover, the textbook contains the material which is not only from our country but also from other countries also. And moreover, there should be interlinking of subject in the textbook. Nowadays, SCRT is publishing textbooks having A4 size pages. It is quite big, and the pictures in the books, textbooks are given there for arousing interest in the mind of learners. In this way, textbooks nowadays are very interesting and very easy, and they are also subject oriented, and the learners are at the center while designing the textbooks. Then next part is assessment pattern. As the world is nowadays facing COVID-19 pandemic, so this year our State Board of Maharashtra as well as national level, the board exams for the 10th are cancelled. But in an academic year 2019 and 20, what were the assessment process, evaluation process for 9th and standard? Let us have a look. Assessment for the 10th standard. There was annual exam for 80 marks and 20 marks were devoted for internal exam. A learner for getting pass in the annual exam, in the written exam, he must get 26 mark. Then out of 20 that are devoted for internal marks, he must get maximum 7 marks to get pass for that subject. um, and the 80 marks paper, for that paper the learners get 3 hours to write the answer sheet, and for the internal 20 marks there were 4 subtopics. Each topic contains 5 marks. There are also Form 1 test of 10 marks, Form 2 test of 10 marks, then notebook, classwork, homework, submission, etc. They have 5 marks, and 5 marks are for subject enrichment work like project, map, book, listening, speaking skills, writing skills, etc. Then for passing, the student must get 35 marks. A completion of syllabus will be approximate before 15 days of each exam, and remedial classes will be conducted for weak students after each exam. It happens for the 9th class. But as we are facing COVID-19 pandemic this year, the 10th exams have been cancelled by the state board as well as by the CBSE board, central board. So no exam policy is implemented this year, and the evaluation for the students will be done on the basis of last year exam. Last year exam have 50% of weightage for declaring the 10th exam. For example, if a student get 9% marks in English in the 9th class, and if he is now in the 10th class, as there is no exam policy, he will get 45 marks out of that 90% marks, and other 50 marks will be on internal assessment. In this way, the board will declare each subject's result of the students. Then one more evaluation pattern we are continuously discussing about is that CCE. What is CCE? Let us see the meaning of CCE. The term C stands for continuous. It means the evaluation of the identified areas of personality in a continuous process rather than a combination of isolated, unconnected events, that it is built into the total teaching learning process as it's an integral part and is thus spread over the entire span of an academic session. Means the teachers have to observe the students throughout the academic year. How is the student behaving? How is the learner participating in the classroom activities? How is the learner responding to the teacher's instructions? How is he answers, and how is he preparing his assignments? Then, meaning of continuous comprehensive evaluation. That is CCE. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation, that is CCE, refers to school-based evaluation that covers all aspects of students' development. This CCE process of evaluation is very important because it evaluates the overall development of the students. It is a development process of assessment which emphasizes on twofold objectives. Then, function of CCE. Effective teaching. Due to CCE, effective teaching occurs in the classes. Then assess the progress continuously. Throughout the academic year, the CCE is there for the teacher to assess the learners continuously, provides regular feedback and remedial instruction, motivate the learner to achieve the desirable goals. Then it can change the attitude and values of the students. What happened? It helps in making for further learning process, predicting success of every learner in curricular and co-curricular areas. So CCE is very important. Then what is continuous comprehensive evaluation? It is a process to provide holistic profile of the learner through regular assessment of scholastic and co-scholastic domains of developments like knowledge, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. The scheme focus on all-round development of personality of the learners. Nowadays, while we are adopting CCE evaluation pattern, we are developing our learners in overall strategies, in overall departments. By observing this pattern, our learners will be not only good in their subject knowledge, but they will be a very good and responsible personality, not only of our native place, but also of this beautiful and fine world. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all my dignitaries, for
Very nice, sir.
giving me-
Very nice. Lokande
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Lokande sir.
Excellent,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Excellent.
Very
Excellent.
nice and very informative, sir. Very much informative.
Excellent, sir.
Excellent.
Really excellent. Thank you, sir, for your nice informative presentation. Satab sir, now I can share
Yes,
my.
now it's your turn, sir. It's your turn.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Dear respected sir and madam, very good afternoon. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum.
Good afternoon. Namaste. Walaikum salam, sir.
Now I am my presentation. Today's session 8, date 30 May 2021. Quality education, SDG 4. International experience, India and Bangladesh. This is Engineer Polash Mujumdar, Instructor, Chatpur Janata High School and College, Kumila Sadar South, Kumila, Bangladesh. We are honorable project member. Session 8, Quality Education. My region, today's topic and about quality education. I am now presenting my region. Number 1, about my region. Live in a small town and many years live long here. I live in this town. I am in a beautiful city that I live in a beautiful city that has own first place 3 times in row as a clean and livable city. This city is waiting to become a divisional city. I have been living in this city continuously for 20 years. My favorite place. In this middle of the city, is a hug font with a big and beautiful fog. The name of the fund is Dharmashagar. Dharmashagar, that means it's big pond. It is a very nice place where I do like to go regularly. I shared is video. Please see all teachers and madam. Hello, dear friends and valuable viewers. Moving in a circle, Tapur Bangladesh.
The constant supply of smoky snow and rock that flows down the Himalayas to the south creates the largest delta in the world. Much of it runs through Bangladesh, an agricultural paradise with some of the richest soil on the planet. But all that water is also a curse. More than 700 rivers flowing into the Bay of Bengal. Annual rainfall in Bangladesh is over 2/3 of the country's 64 districts have usual for flooding. Combine that with the highest population density of any major country, feels like Gaza adding more than 400,000 residents with those to the foreign capital. More than 2 million people now work in documented garment farming. That industry is the engine of the Bangladesh economy, producing 80% of its exports. But it can be a hard industry to break into with farming coming from the countryside. So development is not to craft. In order to raise revenue to provide better services, like traffic congestion, the city needs to bring these people out of the shadow economy. That idea was examined in the Global Places Excellence report on Dhaka from a few years ago. In its heyday as the commercial capital of the Mughal Empire in the 17th century, it was one of the wealthiest and prosperous cities on the planet. The Venice of the East, known then as Jahangir Nagar, was a worldwide hub of the continent's silk trade. Its palatial caravanserai, the Bharat, sheltered merchants traveling along the Grand Trunk Road, the oldest and longest thoroughfare in the region. Then Dhaka fell into two centuries of turmoil, saw its status decline. First, the British took control. Bangladesh finally won its independence in 1971, but only after suffering heavy burns for many battles. One of the legacies of 2.5 centuries of power struggles from easy and hard to find border. India Bangladesh boundary is dangerously close. On the look, it's obvious. Dhaka is taking in people from the entire region. Bangladesh is going on. This great migration is overwhelming the sea's infrastructure and citizens are simply tough. Still, there are some obvious things the country should be doing to help Dhaka better manage its growth. Fortunately, Bangladesh's political system is not functioning at the international level. Like many of the other underdeveloped megacities we'll profile in this series, the most pressing need Dhaka's citizens face is daily access to clean water. Many people live in slums with limited money to buy it. This leaves the entire city teeming with mosquitoes, vulnerable to all sorts of health issues. In the end, it's easy to focus on politics. But when the darkest people are focused, the video produced by the YouTube channel Post, there's no shortage of bright people all like this to make things better. Right. People of Dhaka will decide their fate. We need to have a real sense of urgency because the real challenge is climate change and their situation is much worse. By 2040, there will be 2 degrees Celsius warming. Glaciers will snap back in the north. The rivers flowing from the mountains in the north will meet higher deltas in the south. And the intense and more frequent cyclones will bring on this already flooded land. Much of Bangladesh lies within 2 meters of sea level. That means when the sea rise reaches 2 feet in 30 years, the already overcrowded country will have 3% less land. It won't be easy to implement the changes that needs to see, but there are solutions to most of these challenges. Thanks for watching. I'd love to know what you think Dhaka, and Bangladesh as a whole, should prioritize in its quest to manage one of the most challenging situations any civilization has ever faced. If you like these videos, subscribe. Check back and we'll profile a different megacity every week. Next, we head to New York. Until next time, for TBC, I'm Greg.
Thank you very much for telling me hello. Please take on me and comment me for how to improve me very well to do work. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you all, sir, for watching my video.
Very nice video, sir.
Very nice.
Thank you so much for watching my presentation.
Creativity, sir. Great creativity.
Sir, it is really I am unhappy because my preparation time is very short.
The same happens with us also, sir.
I'm really sorry, sir. Thank you all, sir. Thank you very much.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, sir.
How is the condition of the people in your city, and how long is it from Dhaka?
Dhaka is difficult city. There are many men lives here. It's 2 crore men is live here. It's difficult density.
Okay.
But our Kumila city is very easy and fair city. Britain, it's in Bangladesh is first position of clean and living city.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, today who is closing speech?
Yes. Can we give chance to other teachers?
Okay, sir. You can get.
Lokhande sir or Suryanshi sir?
Ask Suryavanshi, sir, please.
Yes. Suryanshi sir.
Okay, sir. Our hand is 9 minutes for closing.
Yes.
Okay.
Suryanshi sir. Yes, Suryanshi sir there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you please end our session
Yes. Okay, sir.
with the words of thanks?
Ready. Yes.
Okay.
I am thankful to all respective teachers. First of all, Mr. Pala sir of today's host. He arranged very nicely today's meeting, and he explained his own reason and the examination pattern or evaluation pattern of his country. So thank you to Mr. Palas sir also.
Thank you,
Then Shuli ma'am, she expressed her views about her reason and evaluation pattern very nicely. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to Lokhande sir also. He explained our district Jalgaon very nicely, and the evaluation pattern also. I'm thankful to Mr. Jadhav sir. He also explained with the help of PPTs evaluation pattern and our about reason. Thankful to Mrs. Saira ma'am also. She also expressed her views and encouraged to all the members. Thanks once again to all of you. And with the permission of today's host, I would like to say that we should stop today.
Yes, sir. Please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you all of you. Thanks a lot. Yes,
Thanks
sir.
a lot, sir. Thanks, sir.
Thanks
Yes,
a lot.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Giving
you,
me
sir.
opportunity.
Okay.
Yes.
Everybody, thanks. Thank you very much. Close today.
Thank you all of you. Bye. Bye.
Namaste. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye everyone. Namaste. Bye.
Bye.
Dear friends and viewers, thank you all for today for the time being. Thank you all. Thank you very much.